You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got exciting new spoilers for next week. For one thing, there is a murder mystery coming, and Damian Kane might be the victim based on some new hints. Plus, Jack Abbott has some fears and worries about what lies ahead. Also, Lily's got a feeling that isn't good, and the mystery man turns out to be something of a stalker as his party kicks off with a very wild train ride. Dumas has big things planned. Is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dive into the latest Y&R spoilers for the week of June 16th, and definitely subscribe if you have not. So by the end of this week, on Spooky Friday the 13th, we've got Damian Kane eating breakfast with his mom, Amy Lewis, at Society before her son leaves for France. And of course, Damian worked for the mystery man Dumas for a while, but he never met him. And Amy says the mystery surrounding his ex-boss Dumas is pretty intriguing, but Damian tells his mom he wouldn't even know Dumas if the guy sat down right in front of him. And Amy is impressed with how far Damian's come since his rebel teen years, where he gave her such attitude. And it is interesting that he's going along with Lily and the others to Dumas' party. I mean, the guy fired him and then gave Damian an invitation anyway. It's weird. It's a big red flag about Dumas' intentions, I think. And as of now, Damian is looking forward to working with Nate and Lily. Everything is lining up great for him. And before he leaves, in another red flag, Amy asks about him forgiving her for lying about his bio dad. And Damian says he's happy his mom's back in his life and he is open to forgiveness. So it seems like some sort of closure with Amy, and which it sounds nice, but the timing to me is an omen. And obviously she doesn't think Damian going to this party is a good idea. But he tells Amy he's not going to Dumas looking for trouble, and he just wants to know what the guy's planning. And then Damian told his mom he's curious, and we all know curiosity killed the cat. It's another omen. And then he tells Amy he's hoping to get closure with Dumas, and Damian wants to just kind of be reassured that he didn't bring trouble to Lily's door. But before we get to the really big hint that has me worried about Damian possibly dying, got a couple of other tidbits. So Lily, Devon, Abby, and Nate are talking about Dumas' real identity, whether it might possibly be Devon's dad, Tucker McCall. They don't know what Victor does, that Tucker's been in prison in India, I believe. Lily brings up Audra being invited, and Abby says she thinks Victor set that up. But also, Abby defends Victor and insists he wouldn't go after Winters. But to be fair, I think Abby is wrong, and there is nothing that Victor won't do because he is horribly ruthless. Devon, Nate, and Lily also wonder if Dumas is going to recruit them to target Victor, which again upsets Abby. And then Damian and Amy show up, and it's time to get moving to get on that flight to France. So after Devon and Lily and Damian and Abby take off, that's when the real big hint drops. So all that's left is Amy and Nate at the apartment. And Amy tells Nate that when she hugged Damian goodbye, she got chills down her spine. Now, Nate thinks that Amy's just kind of bothered that Damian's leaving town for this trip. But just because of his serious talk with Amy that gave her closure, and then his big plans for the future, and then her chilling premonition, I just worry that Damian may not make it back in one piece from Dumas' big party. So with Joshua Morris saying there's a big murder mystery coming, we know somebody's going to die. Now, I will also say it could be a big fake out that Dumas is doing just to test people. And in that regard, Damian could even be in on it. So you can't count that possibility out, that he's conspiring with Dumas and maybe he's fibbed about being fired, just different things. You know, Josh Griffith is kind of a sloppy writer, so we have to leave possibilities open. But if Weinar does kill off Damian, that would be a big deal. Not as huge as, say, killing off a longtime legacy character like Victor or Jack or Billy. Also, if Dumas is Kane Ashby recast, that could explain Damian as a target because he is really into Lily and he would be competition with Kane to be Lily's love interest. So, she is Kane's ex-wife and the mother of 2 of his 3 kids. So if it is Kane, honestly, obviously he'd probably expect to try and win Lily back. But if somebody dies, as promised, I will say it would also be out of character if it was Kane to be the killer. He's got a history of being a con man and a liar and different things, but not a cold-blooded killer. But even if Dumas isn't the person behind the murder, Damian still might be the person who dies. Or again, could be a fake out and Dumas could have enlisted Damian to play a twisted party whodunit game to test the guest. So there's also a train ride, which is very Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express sort of vibe. And we'll see Sharon sitting with Nick, excited that the train's pulling out and they're getting underway. And Billy is with Sally as he's prodding Victor, asking if he's ready to head into Dumas' lair. And on the train, Lily says that she has got a feeling that things are not going to go the way that they think. And then next week, once all the guests take the train all the way and arrive at Dumas' chateau, they're not just invited in via the front door. The red carpet isn't being rolled out. It's peculiar. We're going to see Audra and Kyle, along with Jack and Diane, chatting with Dumas' assistant, that guy Carter, if you remember. And it looks like they're heading into some sort of topiary labyrinth. And Jack asks Carter if this is a maze. And he tells Jack, it is the beginning of your challenge. Meanwhile, we've got Dumas sitting alone in a dark room watching the party guests over a video feed. This is very Agatha Christie. This is very Knives Out. It is very whodunit from the very beginning with these Agatha Christie-esque vibes. So it's all very strange. It's all very cryptic. And as Joshua Morrow promised, there is a murder afoot. So will Damian survive the week? Or will it be some random extra like a maid who is stabbed or whatever? Or maybe it will even be Dumas' sidekick Carter who croaks, since we've got him in some scenes next week. We'll find out. Be sure to come back tomorrow to check out our full weekly spoilers video for the week of June 16th through the 20th.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.